Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? I'm Kevin of Keith Kevin Ken. Hope everything's going well. It is Sunday, July 3rd, 2016, and what a wonderful Sunday. I'm just recording this in the afternoon, late afternoon, because I've just been doing a bunch of nothing, just playing with all my technical stuff, just having fun on the internet. That's it. No other reason but that reason. It's just a wonderful day. And you know what? Usually at this time on a Sunday, when it gets close to the evening, I start feeling a little down. You know, that rat race starts creeping into my brain. But because tomorrow is the wonderful July 4th, U.S.'s Independence Day, and I don't have to go to work, feels like a Saturday, but better. You know what I'm doing? You know what I mean? I hope all of you are doing well today. Again, Sunday, July 3rd, 2016. As I record this, obviously, everyone's not watching this at that time. In fact, you may be watching this a month later, weeks later, maybe even years later. But I give you the date because this is our daily pocket dump deconstruction. You know, tomorrow's a holiday. We're still going to do this. Yeah, because I'm still going to have stuff filling my pockets. And I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to share it with you guys. And then I'm going to say thank you very much for being here. Because I really appreciate this time. If not, I'd just be laying on the couch. And then when I'd have to leave, I'd just grab whatever's handy and throw it in my pockets, instead of doing this. And the other reason it happens late in the afternoon for me is because I don't go anyplace until the afternoons on Saturday and Sundays, and that's why I upload late. Now, I used to upload real late because of the let me stop talking. Let's get to the to this, okay? I used to say it was the internet, and it was because I could only do one thing at a time. Now that I have super fast internet, I'm realizing that I'm not filling my pockets until the afternoon because I'm not getting off that couch until the afternoon. So this is what's in my pockets today. This is what this video is supposed to be about before I just chatted away 2 minutes. What you see is what I took out of my cases, threw on my desk, rearranged it, made it look pretty, took some pictures, posted it on my Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. At Keith Kevin Ken is the Instagram. Come on, join the feed. Take a look at all those pictures. There's a bunch of knife pictures, averaging at least 4 per day. Starts with an early cup of coffee and a couple of knives. And continues through the evening. At Keith Kevin Ken. I posted it, turned my iPhone 6s Plus from photo to video, and now it's time for the deconstruction of the pocket dump here on YouTube. The watch, it's my tag chronograph that I just love. Weekends are made for big cigars. You know why? Because it takes you a while to smoke a big cigar properly. And so I always carry one. Man, I love carrying it on the weekend. Look at me. I do. It just, it tells me to get all the chores I need to get done. During the week, the cigar is usually smaller, and it tells me, hey man, we're going to award ourselves after the day is done. And this says, hey man, it's the weekend. We've got some leisurely time to smoke and think. So that's it. That's my cigar. This is a wonderful one. It's the Boulevard, big Boulevard cigar, Cuban cigar. It's about the vodka today. People ask, why do you have that on a weekend? Because when I'm out and about, especially on the weekend at work, it's out about, it does the exact same thing. It just reminds me that the work day isn't 24/7. It really does. Also, a lot of times, especially when I'm out and about, I'm usually seeing friends, and we do take a nip throughout the weekends. So that's what that is. The coin is a 1993 Chinese Panda coin. It's a real nice Panda coin from China. You guys know I always carry a 1 ounce silver coin. My grandfather did, and I remember that. His was a silver dollar all the time, and he spent it. So he had more than one usually. And so whenever we saw the silver dollar, we knew we may get some penny candy. Yeah, 1 cent candy. Pennies were actually used back in the day, not just put into jars. I have a thin Mont Blanc. You know, even the thin Mont Blanc wallet, even though it's all fun times, for some reason, and yes, I'm an old fart, and yes, I have relaxed shoes on and everything, but I always do kind of a dressy carry on Sundays. I don't know why. I guess it's when my grandmother used to make us all dress up for church or something. I don't know why, but I do. And so this is kind of a dressy. This is my Smithson notepad that I really love. Leather notepad. British notepad. I was going to say a bad joke because it's too soon, but I was going to say, man, I need to go buy some boxes of those now that the dollar's so strong over there. I know. But I've been thinking it. Let's see. Let's talk about the carry. The small keychain carry is the Spyderco square head. They teamed up with a knife maker who really spent a lot of time. I don't have the name at my fingertips, but is really a electrician and also an electronics engineer. And you can kind of tell this is so neat, so well engineered, so well put together. This is called the square head. Guess why? Yeah, square head. I love the tumbled blade, S30V steel, which is wonderful. You guys know I love the Spyderco tag knives that they worked with Serge Pachenko on. But this is not one of those. This is a different one, and I really love this too. It's same size as a tag watch. It's full tie, all tie construction. Has the square head, S30V steel. But listen to this. That is a lock, folks. Now, it's funny. This is one of those locks. You know, I always make a point when I have a Chris Reeve Manundi because it is a frame lock, but it kind of looks like a liner lock. This really is a liner lock kind of mechanical lock, okay? Because it locks up the blade just like a liner lock would, okay? So I guess you could call it a liner lock, but it's a one-piece construction. So I think it's a frame lock. Frame lock, made like a liner lock. Anyway, the great news is it locks up. And this is not a thin blade. It's a small one. It has a little jimping as well. You can do the jimping with this one. The other tag knives are slip joints, so you kind of need to put your finger in this, but this has that strong lock in it. So you do have some jimping too. Man, I really like this. Yes, it's a small knife. No, this is not a tactical knife, but it is an everyday carry, especially on a keychain or around your neck, in your purse if you're a woman, just slipped in your pocket, because it really comes in handy and it doesn't scare a soul. It's perfect for my keychain knife. It really is. Just nice, square. People don't even know it's a knife. And when it does come out, people love that the knife is handy and that they didn't know it was a knife. What a beautiful piece of equipment from Spyderco. I love the square head. That's the square head, Spyderco square head, as my keychain knife. Oh man, every time I go into my case and and I play with my Delicas and my Enduras. I have a big family of Delicas and Enduras. We'll go through those once we reach 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We are together trying to reach the goal of 1,000 subscribers. When we do, we'll go through all of my Spydercos, over 400 of them. But I love it. This is the titanium Delica with the Damascus Blade. Since 1990, Spyderco's Delicas, this is the Delica 4, by the way. Spyderco always innovating, re-innovating their knives, even the standards. Of course, the Delica and Endura since the 90s, one of two of their most popular knives. And there are a lot of different versions. I love the Delica. It's in my range. The Endura, I love the Endura too because it's so classic. But a bigger knife, if you like bigger knives, and I love that they're so thin. This one is full tie, but it has a steel backspacer. That's a stainless steel backspacer, and the reason is that leads into this very strong back lock, which is stainless steel as well. So all of that, the working of the lock, all of that is stainless, but there's the titanium on both sides of that, as you can see. Oh, did you hear that lock? A very strong lock. Now, this Damascus Blade from Spyderco, it's made with a VG10 core. So in the middle, it's the VG10 that you're used to if you use a Delica or an Endura. And then on each side, so on this side, there are 15 different steels layered into this pattern. 15 on that side, another 15 on this side. And then each 15 side of Damascus with that 15 blades that make up the Damascus sandwich in that VG10 steel. So you see that blade, the cutting edge is VG10. And it's just really wonderful. I don't know if the camera picks this up, but in the middle you can see the core in there. So 31 different steels to make up this really nice Damascus Blade. I love it. I just love this knife. It feels good. It's so thin, you know? Oh, it's so thin. It's just nice. Great quality titanium, which isn't heavy titanium either. There is a knife that got away. You probably can guess it. Write it down there quickly before I tell you at the end of this thing. But I had to go. I didn't want an all Spyderco carry today. I needed to go and pick up a Chris Reeve Sebenza 25. I abuse my 25s, not in the way that most of you abuse your knives. I abuse them because I keep them in my Pelican cases. I don't take them out enough. I need to take out my 25s. This, of course, is the Chris Reeve Sebenza 25. This is the carbon fiber inlaid version of the 25. It is a Blade HQ exclusive. Blade HQ is the only one that sells the Chris Reeve carbon fiber inlaid. Now, KnifeArt.com has the exclusivity with Chris Reeve on the full carbon fiber scale, show side scale knives that I love as well. This is great. Of course, full polished titanium. Chris Reeve does that with all of his inlaid knives. You've got the carbon fiber, and all inlaid Chris Reeve knives has 3 strips of carbon fiber or wood or micarta or whatever. They always have 3. 2 on the show side where it's shiny, 1 on the back side, and I love how he keeps the lock just pure tie. I love it. That's the stuff I love. I love how pretty everything is, but I love too when that to me says, yes, it's pretty, but it's also a working knife. That in the clip. I really love that. I do. There you go with the blade. You know it's a Sebenza 25 with the 2 finger choils, that hump blade, the little notch at the top. Of course, the Incinco, now the small Incinco, the most recent knife, and then Chris Reeve just announced the large Incinco. I told you the Incinco was a 25 to me, how it looked, how it felt in the hand, how it cut. Now they've come up with a large Incinco, and I'll tell you, it looks just like this. I can't wait till I get a chance to buy one so we can go through it together. It looks just like this. Someone took it apart on YouTube, and Chris Reeve says it himself online. The big thing is around the pivot. Different pivot inside. So unless you take it apart, it looks like this. And the other thing that's changed is on the large Incinco, just like the small Incinco. I should have pulled out my small Incinco. The clip, you see how it's straight? It's straight on the 21s and the 25s. Well, on the Incinco, the clip actually moves over here, out of the way of the lock. Now, I never had a problem with my 25s or my 21s with the lock. I've never had a problem. Some knives you do. Some knives you press too hard and it's hard to pull out the blade or unlock the knife. But here it just worked great. My guess is that Chris Reeve came up with a better pivot. It's bigger. And people must have complained about the clip, so he's moving the clip, or it's something he wanted to do. So it is a big change with the internals, obviously. This pin is a little different too right here on the large Incinco. Can't wait to get one. You and I will talk about it and argue about it and discuss it. My guess is that Chris Reeve, remember, he had the Sebenza, the classic Sebenza. On his 21st anniversary, the Sebenza 21. On the 25th anniversary, he came out with this, the Sebenza 25. He introduced the Nkosi, and I kept telling you it's a small one. Now he's going to introduce the large one. Maybe he's replacing the 25. Now remember, I'm guessing. I don't have any inside information, folks. But I'll tell you, it makes sense. And when he replaces knives, that doesn't mean he's not offering the other knives. It may just be another knife to get. I can't wait to get one, though. I'll tell you. And maybe with the Incinco, the large Incinco, he'll do more things with the scales. That would be fun if he could do that. The 25, he has been doing more things with the 25, as you can see. But I'd love it if he started doing even more things with them. Anyway, there you have it, you guys. That's the carry. I like this carry. I like it. Man, the 25 with the space age carbon fiber inlay. You can't beat a Delica 4. You just can't if you're a Spyderco fan. Thin, nice, with the titanium scales. And that Damascus made up of 31 different steels. And of course, the square head with that titanium body. And the locking tag knife. I love it. There you have it, folks. I took a picture of this, posted it on my Instagram at KeithKevinKen. Why don't you go check it out and follow me there? But of course, you know, this ain't Instagram. Did you guess it? Huh? Yeah, of course I considered carrying both of these. This is a big knife. Look, the Endura next to the 25 is a little bit bigger. I love this Thai Endura just like I love that Thai Delica. I carry my Delicas more than the Enduras because it's just me, you know. When I do carry an Endura, I do put it, the large one, well, all Enduras are large. I put it in a Sebenza or a Chris Reeve leather sheath because it's just nice and thin and tidy. Again, it has everything that the Delica had. This is the Endura 4 Thai with that 31 steel, 15 on each side, 15 different steels making up the Damascus on each side, and then of course the core is that VG10. Stainless as a back spacer because it works with that back lock that is so strong. Man, I passed it up though. I went with the Chris Reeve Sebenza 25 instead, but are those nice knives or what? They're just beauties. Good workers too. All of them are. Hey you guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're having a great weekend. If you're following me on a daily basis or you catch this before the weekend's out. If you don't, I just hope you're having a wonderful life. I really do. And I hope you keep watching as we play with knives and talk about stuff each and every day. Yeah, we're going each and every day. Thumb this up. All of you guys who respond with thumb up, this is why I keep going each and every day. You guys are just great. Thank you. For all of you who have subscribed, I want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. We're trying to reach, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, it's simple. Just hit that subscribe button. They'll let you know every time I post a video, so you won't miss a thing. And I am working on trying to do some special things. Just haven't gotten them all down yet, but they're coming. Once we hit 1,000, once we hit our goal of 1,000, we're going to hit it. Once we hit that 1,000, then I'm opening up my Pelican Case 1600, which has a bunch of Spydercos, most of the classic ones, and another 1550 that has all of my Spydercos in their families. For instance, all of my Delicas, all of my Enduras, all of my Manixes, etc., etc. Hey, you guys, thank you so much for giving me so much of your time. I know how valuable it is. It really is. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. You have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Have some fun. Goodbye.